What if I told you that you are not your body, that the you you've come to know, the fears, desires, even the voice in your head, is merely a passenger in a vessel of flesh and bone, that your soul, the essence of who you are, is trapped here? For now? This is not a metaphor. It is a lens, one that reshapes how we see life, purpose, and the shadows we call evil. Today, we dive into the oldest philosophical war, the battle between the purity of the soul and the prison of the physical. And perhaps we'll find a key. Life, at its core, is a paradox. We are born into a world that demands we choose kindness or cruelty, hope or cynicism, creation or destruction. But what if these choices are not ours alone? What if they are echoes of a deeper conflict, one between the soul's longing for freedom and the body's instinct to survive? Ancient philosophies often divided the human experience into dualities: Plato's world of forms versus the material realm, Zoroastrianism's cosmic clash of light and darkness, even the Taoist yin and yang. These frameworks all hint at the same truth. We are caught between two forces. But here's the twist. The body is not the enemy. It is a temporary shell, a biological machine, governed by primal needs. The soul, however, the consciousness that asks, "Why am I here?" is eternal. It does not hunger, fear, or age. It simply is. And this disconnect, this marriage of immortal essence to mortal flesh, is where the conflict begins. Evil, then, is not a force, it's a symptom. When the soul forgets its nature, it becomes enslaved by the body's cravings, power, validation, control. Conversely, goodness arises when the soul overrides the body's programming, choosing empathy, creation, and love. But how do we navigate this war within? Imagine your soul as a traveler. It arrives here, on Earth, stripped of memory, and thrust into a labyrinth of neurons, hormones, and beating hearts. The body becomes its sole interface with reality, a reality filtered through 5 flawed senses. This is the great tragedy. The soul sees the world through a keyhole. It yearns to merge with the divine, to dissolve into the infinite, but the body tethers it to deadlines, insecurities, and grocery lists. Even our language betrays this captivity. We say, "I have a soul," as if it were a possession, not our core. Philosopher René Descartes reduced human existence to, "I think, therefore I am." But what if I am is the problem? What if the soul's true cry is, "I am more"? The body distracts us with its needs. Hunger becomes greed. Fear becomes hatred. Desire becomes addiction. And yet the soul persists, whispering through art, intuition, and those rare moments of stillness when we feel connected to something older. But why the captivity? Some Eastern traditions argue this life is a classroom. The soul incarnates to learn lessons it couldn't in formlessness. Others, like Gnosticism, claim we're trapped by design, victims of a flawed demiurge. I propose a simpler answer. The body is not a prison, it's a forge. Suffering tempers the soul. Limits breed creativity. Mortality fuels meaning. Here's where it gets dangerous. Souls resonate. When two people interact, their energies entangle, not metaphorically, but viscerally. A soul drowning in its body's fears, resentment, envy, nihilism, will project that darkness onto others. Conversely, a soul aligned with its purpose radiates light, often without saying a word. This is why toxic relationships feel like poison. It's not just clashing personalities, it's a collision of soul states. A traumatized person, unaware of their own captivity, becomes a mirror reflecting your deepest insecurities. Their pain says, "See, the world is cruel. You should hate too." But remember, hurt people hurt people. Their behavior is a cry from a soul suffocating under the weight of its own forgotten divinity. This doesn't mean you tolerate harm. Boundaries are sacred, but it does mean recognizing that their evil is a plea for light they've lost. But now the hope. Near-death experiences often describe liberation, floating free of the body, immersed in unconditional love. Mystics speak of cosmic unity, where all souls merge into one. These are not fantasies. They are glimpses of the default state of existence beyond the physical. Your soul is only trapped here temporarily. Imagine this life as a single page in a vast book. On other planes, in other dimensions, you exist unfiltered, boundless, timeless, unafraid. The body's cravings, society's judgments, even your name, gone. But here's the secret. You don't have to die to touch this truth. Meditation, prayer, art, these are tools to widen the keyhole, to remind the soul, this is not your home, but while you're here, create, love, burn brightly. So why endure the cage? Because constraints breed mastery. A painter needs a canvas. A musician needs silence between notes. The soul, too, needs limits to express itself. Your body is not a trap. It's an instrument. Every act of kindness, every moment of courage, is the soul playing its melody through you. Evil arises when the instrument rusts, when the soul's music drowns under the body's noise. This is why purpose matters. Not purpose as in a job or role, but alignment. Choosing actions that resonate with the soul's eternal song. When you feed the hungry, create beauty, or comfort the broken, you're not just being good. You're shouting to the universe, I remember, I am more. So here we are, captives, but not forever. This life is a single note in a symphony we'll one day hear in full. Until then, tend your flame. Choose light, not because the world deserves it, but because your soul demands it. And when the weight of flesh feels too heavy, close your eyes. Remember, the body is a temporary room. The soul, a universe waiting to come home.